Hello and welcome to another battle report on the 18th Cadian Army Group. It is the fall of Cadia and we're continuing on from a mission that was played a few years ago, maybe 2 years ago. So similar terrain, the Chaos Warp Gate is present yet again. It is 2,000 points of the 18th Cadian Army Group. The evacuation of Cadia has begun and the Deathguard are back with their relentless advance. They're pressing forward, breaking through, breaching through the defences. Abaddon the Despoiler giving orders to the Chaos Forces to purge the planet. So this is an incursion mission. It is 1,000 points, so we're doing a smaller mission here, and the mission has not yet been revealed. It will be below you on the watermark in front of you, all the details of the mission, and it is incursion mission, 1,000 points, and it is the classic Cadians versus Deathguard. The planet of Cadia is crumbling all around them. The ammunition stowage has been gathered to fight against the forces of chaos, but it is useless. The defences sadly have been breached, and the Cadian forces fight for survival as their beloved fortress world falls to chaos. Before we go for the list, a big shout out to all my elite Patreon members that are supporting me on Patreon. So an honourable shout out to those. So we have Marcus Fraze, Winston Adkins, Maxfield Knuckles, Henrik Pearson, CJ Velasco, Chris Comiskey, Scott Costello, Daniel Baker, Andreas Stewart, Paul David Gray and Marshall Cummings. So Marshall Cummings has been promoted from Lieutenant Colonel to Colonel of the Army Group. Thank you, comrades, for your support, and a special thank you to all those that are supporting me through YouTube membership on Patreon for those that are the lower tier. So if you wish to support me on the channel, head over to patreon.com/18th Cadian Army Group or hit the join button to unlock extra perks, shout outs, insignia, ranks in amongst the Army Group, and that of the Ultramarines if you support me on the higher tiers as well. And for free view members, not forgetting those fellow comrades as well, that are fellow subscribers, cadets I call them, that are subscribed to the channel. If you haven't subscribed and you want to become a cadet of the 18th Cadian Army Group, please hit that like button, subscribe and share this video with as many people as possible, and hit the bell icon so you will not miss a video. It is as simple as that, and you can watch these battle reports 1 week in advance if you are a veteran member on YouTube membership and Patreon. So thank you so much for your support as we continue on with the army lists. So this is the 1,000 points of the 18th Cadian Army Group. It is a small detachment. We are playing the Arcs of Omen. So the Arcs of Omen mission. So we're going to try and finish as many missions as possible before the new edition of Warhammer 40,000 comes, which is really, really exciting. I'm loving the new rumours and teasers that Games Workshop have revealed. Super excited about that. That is my opinion, and it looks as though 10th edition is going to be a really, really good edition. By the looks of things. But currently we are in 9th edition and we're going to try and continue to finish as many missions as possible within the 9th edition era. So this is the 18th Cadian Army Group. So this is the small detachment, 1,000 points. So we have the Warlord here, Colonel Marshall Cummings. He is in command today, and he is in command of the 351st Black Knights. So he is a regimental commander of that particular regiment. 351st Black Knights, the Army Group, High Lord General Jacobus Cortisum salutes you. Thank you so much, comrade, for your promotion. So he has the Warlord coin, and his Warlord trait is led by example. So he can issue orders with his own command retinue. I thought I'd try that Warlord trait out, as I like to change things around to get things a different flavour for you fellow viewers. And then we have Command Sergeant Major Marcus Fraze, who holds the banner. Now he does have a Power Fist, the commander has as well, and a plasma pistol as well. And then over here we have Warrant Officer 3, Anonymous. And then over here we have Chris Comiskey. He's represented as the medic. And then we have Donald Hammer with the melter gun. He is a sergeant with the melter gun. He's a higher ranking bodyguard there. And then the traits that I've gone for this detachment are born soldiers. So any successful hit roll of a 6 is an automatic wound. And then over here we have Commissar Costello. He's equipped with a power sword and a plasma pistol. We have a Tech Priest Engine Seer. Maxfield Knuckles is represented with this model here. And then we've gone for 3 Cadian shock troopers here. So the emphasis is mainly on heavy support, but we've still got 3 troops choices here, which are the 3 Cadian shock troopers that we have here. So each of the Cadian shock troopers is equipped with 2 melter guns, a Voxcaster, and the sergeants are equipped with las pistols and chainswords. So in command here we have Sergeant Peter Nastro, we have Specialist Guardsman Tyler Grizzle, and then we have Matthew Tucker, who's a Specialist Guardsman with a melter gun. We have Patrick Darling with the melter gun, and then we have Matthew Reck with the las gun, and then we have Nathan. He just pronounced it as Nathan, so I'll call him Nathan. And then we have Jonathan Reyes, and then we have Phil Marshall, and these are 2 anonymous guardsmen here, so you can fill in your place by supporting me on YouTube membership and become a member of the Army Group. And then we have over here, we have Cadian Sergeant Steele. He is in command of this squad here. Shay Strait, thank you comrades for your support. And then we have Ryan Woolley with the Voxcaster, and then over here we have 2 melter guns. We have Devin Matthews, who is a Specialist Guardsman there, and an anonymous Specialist Guardsman there. And then over here we have Mr. Eggsauce. He is a Guardsman 2nd class. And then over here for the 3rd squad we have Paul David Gray, who's in command of this squad. And then we have George Whittle, and then we have Anthony Leach and Ray Cross, and then those are anonymous guardsmen as well. And then over here we have the armoured support. So I've gone for the Plasma Executioner, so it's equipped with the Executioner plasma cannon, and then we have the hull mounted las cannon and sponson plasma cannons. And then this Lehman Russ battle tank is equipped with a hull mounted las cannon and sponson multi-melters. And then we have Winston Atkins, who's in command of the Wyvern today. And then we have Andrew Sture, who's in command of the Armoured Sentinels there. And the other thing I've got to mention as well, the lower ranking patrons will still get their honourable dice roll. So we have Harrison Leach, and then we have Jesse Patton as well. So there you go. So that's 1,000 points of the Astra Militarum, the 18th Cadian Army Group, a small detachment out of the countless billions they have in reserve. So Cadia stands, and for the Emperor we salute you all. So there you go. So that's the force. We're fighting against the Deathguard. So this is the 1,000 points of Deathguard. Ugh! Oh, disgusting! Nurgle, filth.
Okay.
We hate them.
We can't help it.
He can't help it. No, they can't help it. Well, he's back again, Daniel Underdown.
Okay.
Back on the channel. Thank you, comrade, for participating on another battle report. Thank you very much. He's one of the members of SSWG, a faithful member of SSWG. You play 40k as well as Age of Sigmar as well. So he's really looking forward to 10th edition that he's been telling me as well. And yeah, just looking forward to the new edition.
Oh, 100%.
100%. So that's really, really good. So tell us, what have you got in your force?
Okay, so I've gone for the Wretched Plague Company, which is more Psyker focused.
Oh.
So I've got 2 Malignant Plague Casters.
Yep.
This guy over here is the Warlord.
Yep.
So he's got all of my extra stuff on him, so let me just have a quick look to see what I've given him. So he
Downloading data.
He has the Warlord trait, Rotten Constitution, so weapons of AP -1 and -2 are treated as if they're 0 when they shoot at him or hit him, and he has an extra point of toughness.
Nice.
So he's toughness 6.
Toughness 6.
He has a relic called the Torrent of Putrefaction, which means that when he manifests a psychic power, enemy model within 12 inches will suffer D3 mortal wounds on a 7 or more. Else, it'll be 1 mortal wound within 6 inches, so he can dish out a few extra mortal wounds.
Nice.
And I spent 1 CP to buy him the Sevenfold Blessing, which is a wretched only upgrade. So he gets an extra psychic power, and once per psychic phase, he can re-roll a psychic test. So it means he'll just be a bit more reliable when he tries to get my spell. For the -1 to hit off. So he's got 3 spells: Curse of the Leper for offense, Miasma of Pestilence for the -1 to hit, and I've given him Putrescent Vitality for the +1 strength, +1 toughness buff. And then the other Psyker is just basic, and I've just doubled up on spells, so he has Miasma of Pestilence and Putrescent Vitality. So probably one person will be thrown off a smite, and the other ones, even though they're doubling up, they will probably still be able to cast 2 spells each. Troop choices, I've got 2 units of 20 Poxwalkers, because you never leave home without Poxwalkers.
No, you don't.
And then I've got a 5-man little Blade Marine squad with captain. Not the captain, he's not captain yet, is he? He's a champion. The champion's got Power Fist, Plasma Gun, and then there's another guy in there with a Plasma Gun, another guy with a Blight Launcher, and then 2 guys with Bolt Guns, and one has the Sigil and Icon, so he gives a few extra bonuses. You don't pay for upgrades anymore, so you might as well just throw on as many upgrades as you can. And then for my elites, I've got 2 3-man squads of what are they called? They're not Blight Lord Terminators, are they? They are the other ones, the better ones. The Death Shroud Terminators. So they're going to deep strike in. The champions have both got double spewer gloves, and then they've got the chimes as well for the extra larger aura on their -1 toughness. And then my fast attack, I've got 2 Blight Haulers in the same squad, so they're a unit of 2. They're basically like Dreadnoughts, I suppose. Melter guns, rocket launchers, big teeth, little teeth. And I think that's it. That's 1,000 points.
1,000 points, incursion force.
Yeah, so most of the infantry.
Yeah.
A few little bits of heavy weapons and that.
Yeah, it's good. I like to. What we're doing on the channel is we like to do different varieties of games. So you've got the regular 2,000 points. I know it's probably the most popular style of game, the Strike Force. But we like to fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
So I like to fill in the 500 points, the 1,000 points, and even 3,000 points, and sometimes, very rarely on the channel, Apocalypse as well. So Apocalypse also has more than 3,000 points there. So yeah, so 1,000. Is it 1,000?
I was 995. But
995. Actually,
yeah,
funny enough, mine's about the same. So it works out pretty good. So I have no psychers. It's going to be a bit of a nightmare for me, to be honest with you, and close combat as well.
Yeah, so I've got quite a balanced list. I think.
Yeah.
Really.
So we've got emphasis on shooting. You've got emphasis of psychic powers and close combat.
Yeah.
Which is your strength there. So that's the forces that are engaged in this conflict. And next up, we're going to check out the scenario and deployment.
Cool.
So we've done our placing of the objectives, clarification of terrain, and the dice off to see who goes first. First of all, dice off to see who goes first. I won the roll off. I rolled a 6, and Dan rolled a 1. It's not a 7. 7 is the Nurgle. So the Astra Militarum will go on this end. The Deathguard will be going on this end here. The objectives we have the central objective. We have an objective here near this rhino. And then we have an objective there, the ammo dump. And then we have another objective just behind tank traps. And then over here, an objective marker and the dense terrain. Clarification of terrain. This is actually line of sight blocking. Tank traps. These are tank traps as well. These are tank traps. Dense terrain, like stowage and stuff like that. So if you're within an inch, you receive the cover for line of sight purposes. That's line of sight blocking over here. And then over there we have line of sight blocking, and that's line of sight blocking there. Dense terrain, and that there is, if you're in an inch, you get +1 cover. if you're on the opposite side of that terrain feature. The wrecked Rhino over there will count as a crater because it's a wrecked vehicle. So that's the clarification of terrain for this scenario. Next up is deploying units accordingly. And the other thing as well we've got to mention before we go too far ahead are the secondary objectives. So Dan, can you tell us which objectives you have chosen?
I've taken Bring It Down,
Yep.
Engage on all fronts, and while we stand, we fight. So
Yeah.
we've taken the missions from the core rule book.
Yeah, and if you can remind me which ones I chose.
You've done Raise the Banners,
Yep.
Thin Their Ranks,
Yep.
and I've written first, so I'm assuming it's not first come, first served.
Yes, it's the first strike. I'm going to
First
try that
strike,
out.
that's
So
the one.
I'm taking a bold risk here. The Cadians need to be on the counter attack here, so I need to destroy as many units as I can on the first battle round.
I may be hiding all of my units.
I may be hiding all my units, you chaos coward. So that is the end of the clarification phase. We're going to go straight on to deployment phase, coming right up. So deployment is done for both sides, and the Deathguard have placed all their units down first. We placed our units down last. We'll talk about the Astra Militarum's deployment here. So we have the Lee and Russ Executioner on the Guardsman's right flank over here, supported by the Commissar and an infantry squad over here. The Regimental Engineer is with them as well. And over here we have the company, we have the Regimental Command Squad over here, aka Cadian Command Squad. And then we have Cadian Shock Troopers securing the central objective there. That's their home objective. And then over here we have another Shock Trooper squad over there. We have the Wyvern over here in the out of line of sight blocking terrain. And then at the right of the back we have a Lehman Russ battle tank in here. And in reserves we have the Armoured Sentinels led by Andristra. So Dan, what have you done for your deployment?
Squad of Poxwalkers over here,
Yeah.
Warlord over here,
Yeah.
and the two Blight Haulers hiding behind the rock over here.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the middle, another squad of Poxwalkers, the other Psyker, and then the 5-man Plague Marines, just within 3 of the objectives, so that they'll be owning that. And then in reserve, I've got my Terminators who are going to deep strike.
Terminators are going to come in and deep strike.
Yeah, turn 2.
So that's it there for deployment. Battle is imminent. It is time to roll to seize the initiative. Will the Astra Militarum seize the initiative? It would be quite nice if we seize the initiative. And we roll a 6 again!
Ooh.
And that's a 3. We have to go first.
Yep.
We don't choose, we
Glad I
have
did
to go
everything.
first. So battle is engaged. The defence of Cadia, evacuating the last of the survivors of our beloved planet. It is battle round 1, turn 1 for the forces of the 18th Cadian Army Group. Beginning of battle round 1, turn 1 for the Astra Militarum. We have 5 command points back up to 6, and then the Deathguard, they'll use their green CP to represent how many CPs they've got. They have 4 command points.
Yeah.
So it's the end of the command phase for the Astra Militarum. The Commissar is issuing an order to this Cadian Shock Trooper squad. Show them steel, show them contempt, just in case mortal wounds start popping in. And then over here, the regimental officer is issued an order to this squad to take aim, and they will have the same order as well because they have the platoon keyword. So that is the end of the command phase for the Astra Militarum. Straight on to the movement phase on turn 1. End of the movement phase for the Astra Militarum on turn 1. Lee and Russ Executioner has pressed forward, moved 10 inches, going to engage against those vehicles over there. Shock Troopers have gone out of their cover and have cried, show them steel, show them contempt, from the orders of the Commissar. And then over here, we've done raise the banners here for the command squad, so they're staying still. And then over here, we've moved 6 inches over there to get into line of sight with all the lasgun shots with take aim. So these 2 squads will have take aim. And then this infantry squad is just shuffled, so they're all in line of sight over there. This Lee and Russ has moved about 8.5 inches to get in line of sight against the, what are they called again, sorry?
Blight Haulers.
The Blight Haulers. So that is the end of the movement phase, and no psychic phase for the Astra Militarum. We're going to go straight on to the shooting phase, turn 1. Here we go. Cadian Shock Trooper Squad first is going to do take aim and fire all its las guns into those blue poxwalkers. So hitting on 3s, 6s are auto wounding, and Shock Troopers allows me 6s to roll additional dice to hit as well. So that's 1 auto wound, and those 5 are hits, and that 6 generates another roll to hit, so I may as well use this miss dice. And that is a miss. So your toughness 4, aren't you, poxwalkers?
4, yeah.
So 5s to wound. That's good shooting. That's 3 wounds at AP -1 against the poxwalkers.
3 6-ups.
3 6-ups, but it's -1.
This is a feel no pain.
I'll feel no pain, 6-up. And 3 have been brought down. Good shooting from that Cadian Shock Trooper Squad.
So it doesn't matter, they will all be able to hit. Because you've got 24-inch range.
24. So we're going to do that again with the second squad.
Take off 3 there then.
So here we go, 7 shots. 3s. That's an auto wound. I'll reroll this dice again because 6 generates another hit because they're Shock Troopers Squad. That's a miss. And 5s to wound. None. So it's just 1 wound, AP -1.
6-up.
6-up, feel no pain. And another one has been brought down. There's a unit of 20 there.
Okay.
I am presuming. This Shocker Trooper Squad against the Poxwalkers. Hitting on hitting on 4s because of regular shooting. 6s allow me to generate another roll because of that. That misses. 1 auto wound. And no wounds because toughness 4. So 1 save of AP -1.
6-up, feel no pain.
6-up, feel no pain. No. And another one goes. They're mindless, so the white D10 is ignored.
Yep.
So that's that there. Next up is the Wyvern. So the Wyvern has got 6 plus 3d6 shots because it's more than 10 models. This is against the same Poxwalker unit. And that's pretty good actually. So that is 12. That's 20 shots. 20 shots hitting on 5s. That's really good. Nice. A few auto wounds. Hitting on 5s though, because that's a shame. A great shame there.
It's auto wounds as well.
Yeah, those 4 auto wounds, and strength 5's a freeze. That is a wound as well. So it's 5 saves of feel no pain.
1 damage each, is it?
Yeah, 1 damage each.
Let's get rid of all these, no extras.
Okay.
6s.
And 4 more have been brought down. This Leon Russ battle tank. Daniel Baker is in command of this tank here, and he is going to shoot at those blight haulers. Now, Daniel has played a stratagem, what's known as blight fumes, belching fumes. So it's going to be -1 to the rate of fire for shooting. I'm going to call upon a Patreon, and I'm going to call upon Chris Comiskey, the Bronze Star member of the Army Group. This is D6 shots plus 3, but it'd be D6 shots plus 2 because of the stratagem. So that's 4, so that's going to be 6 shots here. Normally it's going to be hitting on 3s, but the cover is going to be -1. Still good shooting. Good job you had that there. There. Strength 8, toughness 7. So 3s to wound. So that there is
3 saves.
3 saves. I'm going to spend a command reroll to reroll this. Yes, okay. So this is AP -2. You're not in cover.
So 5 up in ones.
5 up in ones. Each does 2 damage because it's -1 damage.
Oh,
that's
not good.
6 damage. Is it -1 damage?
It is -1 damage.
Yeah, it would have been 3 damage a time.
What's the next one you've got? Is a las
I've
cannon?
got a las cannon as well.
Yeah, okay, I'll take that then.
Okay, so 6 damage comes through.
So it'd normally be 3 each, yeah, so
Yeah.
it's 6 damage taken.
Okay, las cannon hitting on a 5 up because it's -1. Because the cover. And a 6 is an auto wound because of born soldiers. So that's AP -3. But you've got 5 up in one.
5 up in one.
Oh, he's made it with the roll of a 6. That's
Magic.
a good dice roll. He needed that there. Magic of Nurgle. But we've got another Lean Russ Executioner now. It's going to supercharge and it's going to fire into those abominable things, what they're called.
Shooting across this as well.
I can see that tank fully, so I'm going to target that one. So, what are they called again?
Black Haulers.
Black Haulers, yeah, I'm going to shoot into the Black Haulers. Firing the Sponson Plasmas as well, they will... It's only ever going to be 1 mortal wound anyway, so I may as well supercharge and see what it does. I'm going to do regular shooting with the plasma cannons. I'm not sure if it's FAQ'd, but I'm going to keep it on hold here, because if I supercharge and I roll a 1, that tank explodes on the sponsons. But this one here is only 1 mortal wound, as it is the primary weapon, which is a bit more reliable there. So I'm going to supercharge with the turret weapon and not supercharge with the sponson plasmas. The whole mounted las cannon is going to target this same unit there, which is those things there. I'll call upon Henrik Pearson. He's also a Bronze Star member of the Army Group. So this is D6 plus 2 shots, because -1.
Oh, okay.
And that is 2, and unfortunately that is only going to be 4 shots because of the stratagem. So hitting on 3s. So 1 mortal wound.
No, you didn't overcharge it.
That's the plasma. That's that's the primary one that did. So I'd take a mortal wound, and 2 hits come through. 1 is an auto wound actually, so born soldiers, and that's full facing. So that is 2 wounds in total, AP -4.
So max you can only ever take is 1 mortal wound, is it?
Yeah, max. Yeah, for the primary turret weapon is max of 1 mortal wound.
5 ups then.
5 up in buns. Mike's 1 is going to be damage 2.
Is that including my -1?
That's including the -1's flat 3 damage normally.
Okay, so let me check how much I've got. Have you got any more guns?
I have, yes. I've got plasma cannons and I've got a whole mounted las cannon to fire. I'm going to do the Sponson plasma cannons, so 2d3 shots, but it's going to be -1 for each. So that's going to be just the minimum of 1, so it's 2 shots, hitting on 4s. I didn't supercharge, thankfully. I could have died. Now is the las cannon.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm going to call upon a patron here.
It's got to be. Just need 1 more shot to come through.
Come on, Maxfield Knuckles, a Silver Star member of the Army Group. Get that 4. No, he's failed.
You've used your command reroll.
And I used my command reroll as well.
We've survived.
We've survived. Just still alive. Unbelievable. So that there, it looks like that is the end of the shooting.
The first strike has been failed.
First strike. We've done the wyvern, haven't we?
Yep.
Yeah, we've done that. Everything else, there's no charges, so there's no morale because they're mindless. They don't care.
Hey.
So victory points. We haven't killed anything on the first battle round, which is a bit annoying. So it's a very, very hard task to do. I tried to do it with the Poxwalkers, but it was not to be.
You killed 9, so I'll make a note of 9.
Yep, because of
thin
their ranks, so he's going to keep that there. And that is the turn done for the Astra Militarum. So we're going to go on to a new turn. It is turn 1 for the forces of Nurgle, the Deathguard. On turn 1 phase for the Deathguard, we're back up to 6, and you're back up to 5 CP. You're quite healthy now with the amount of command points. Something is happening on the command phase. What is this abomination?
The Dead Walk again. So roll 7d6s, 3 ups. I get to bring a Poxwalker back. Oh, it's a lot.
Oh, what?
That's 6 Poxwalkers.
6? No!
Yep.
No!
Yep.
Ah, disgusting.
And I'm gonna be...
After all that hard work, they just come back again. Is there any cap or anything, or is it just literally...
No, you just bring them back, and I'm going to be...
Remember, there's 2. You have to have 2 models with incoherence here.
That's right.
So Dan is doing that correctly. He's going to string it along, making his life even more easier. How cheesy can you get?
It's not cheesy, they're just organised.
They're just organised mess. Organised filth. Oh. And already they are within 3 of that objective. Very, very good.
That was lucky that
That was lucky. And how many rolls? Was that the number of 7?
Yeah, 7 dice and
7
6
dice,
of them,
and you got 6 of them back. Very good. So is that the end of the command phase?
End of the command phase. I'll take a little token off.
Take a little token off. So end of the command phase, straight on to the movement phase for the Deathguard, turn 1. End of the movement phase for the Deathguard on turn 1. Daniel, explain. Tell us what you have done, good sir.
Poxwalkers advanced, climbed all over the whatever this gate's called.
The warp gate.
A warp gate.
Yeah, Chaos warp gate.
The one playcaster ran as well behind them.
Yeah.
These guys walked just their normal distance so they can shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Poxwalkers ran over here, just ambling forward.
Mm.
The Blight Haulers moved 10 so they can get a shot over onto that, and then he just run as well.
Okay.
So onto the psychic phase.
So onto the psychic phase next for the Deathguard as we conclude the end of the movement phase. On turn 1. Caster power here. What's this?
Miasma of Pestilence, so it's going to be -1 to hit, and I'm going to cast it onto these guys.
That's
Goes off on an 11.
Yeah.
So that's -1 to hit.
Okay.
The other spell is going to be, I'm going to throw a smite, I think, over onto this unit of guard.
Yeah. Warp charge value of 5 is your first smite.
Yep, so let's roll it.
Goes off on a 10, not more. That's D3 mortal wounds. That's 1 mortal wound. However,
Yep.
show them steel, show them contempt. On a 5+, I ignore the mortal wound.
Yep. Oh!
Ignored. Show them steel, show them contempt.
Okay. So this one over here is going to cast Curse of the Leper.
On which unit?
This unit over here.
Okay.
So see if it goes off. Needs a 6+.
5.
I might use a command reroll for that.
Okay, it's going to spend a CP.
Yeah,
That's a 10, it does go off.
So I get to roll 7d6s.
Yeah, and 6s of mortal wounds.
No, it's not 6s, it is every time I beat your toughness characteristics.
Toughness is 3.
Yeah, and you're out of range of my thing. So 4-ups are going to be mortal wounds.
Oh! Does it cap off on anything? Or
No, so that is just 5 mortal wounds.
5 mortal wounds, there's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah.
So, oh dear. Okay, so we got these guys here. 3, 4 and 5. We are in coherency. Oh, it's a great shame. 5 have been slain. Another smite, needing a warp charge value of 6. That's a 10. That's D3 mortal wounds. Oh, it's another 2 mortal wounds. Oh no. I'm going to have to take off the Voxcaster, George Whitehall and an anonymous guardsman. Sadly, they are gone. Psychic phase over. It's going to go carry on to the shooting phase next for the Deathguard on turn 1.
So everything into that beautiful tank.
So beautiful, eh? Beautiful. Nurgle.
For the time being.
What is beauty to Nurgle? So the Blight Haulers are shooting, and they're going to shoot at the Executioner. I must spend 3 command points and give this vehicle as much protection as possible. Ablative plating, so it's -1 to the damage roll as well. And we have smoke launchers, so it's going to be -1 to hit.
Okay.
So here we go.
So multi-melters.
Multi-melters.
4 shots hitting now on 4s.
Yep.
So 3 hits.
Okay, 3 hits.
Lucky you played that.
Ablative plating.
I'm strength 8 and your toughness 8.
I am toughness 8. Just checking here. Subtract 2. Super every tank. There's 3 command points for it. Rogal Dawn. Ridiculous. So it's force to wound. 1 goes through, and this is AP minus.
Do I use a CP to reroll one? Yeah!
Oh, okay.
50-50.
50-50.
Oh!
No! Okay, So it's AP -4. I'm presuming it's a melter gun.
Correct.
It's going to be a 6-up save, so I'm going to call upon Scott Costello, a Bronze Star member of the Army Group.
Okay.
In a 6+, Astra Militarum symbol for glory. No, it's a 3. Damage.
D6.
D6. -1 because of ablative plating.
Probably kept that CP to reroll the damage.
It is 4,
It's 3 damage.
-1, 3 damage. I'm down to 9 wounds. So, very much alive. Okay.
Now the crack missile launchers.
Crack missile launchers,
fours.
hitting on 4s because of smoke. 1 hit. Force to wound, strength 8. That is a wound. AP -2. So we've got a 4+ armor save because the lean rust has a 2-up armor. And again, I'm going to call upon. This is. I'm going to call upon Paul David Gray. Come on. He is official now, a member of the Army Group. He is also known as Sir Hamlot, Colonel of the 110th Steel Legion. So here we go.
4s.
And that's a 6!
Praise the Emperor.
Praise the Emperor. Oh, did you say praise the Emperor?
I did.
Oh, you
I
did.
did used to be a loyalist.
You did used to be a loyalist. He does have Raven Guard
10,000 years
as well.
ago.
We'll have to bring your Raven Guard down again as well. They're a beautiful army that he's got there as well. So, okay, ablative plating is held.
You say, yeah.
Save the tank, still on full brackets. Remaining. A CP here. He's firing his plasma and bolt weapons and light launcher into this fully intact squad here. But I'm going to play Cadia Stands. Yeah. It's 4s to wound regardless of toughness.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Cadia Stands. They have the Cadian keyword because they're Cadian shock troopers.
Okay.
So they do get that.
See if I hit first. So hitting on freeze.
Hitting on freeze. So 3 hits. Forced to wound regardless because of the stratagem. And it's paid off. Cadia Stands.
Okay. Blight launchers.
Blight launcher.
Freeze. Both hit.
Both hit. Strength. Oh, does it matter?
6s, but yeah, 4s. Get to re-roll that because it's a plague weapon.
Yep.
Ooh.
It's 2 wounds. AP minus.
I think it's -1. Let me double check. -2.
-2. I'm in cover,
Yeah,
so we'll get a 6+ save.
Okay.
I say bar boxcars! Now it's my turn! Cadia Stands. Guns.
Freeze.
Cadia Stands.
All hit.
All hit. Force to wound. Pays off again. Cadia Stands. 2 wounds, yeah?
Yep.
AP minus?
Dash.
Dash. So we are in cover. 2 4-ups. That's a kill. That's a cock die. I'll re-roll that. And save. Okay, only
Someone's
1
looking
casualty.
down. Someone's
Excellent.
looking down,
Cadia Stands. Good job, guardsman. That's all the shooting. There's no charges, I'm presuming. We'll do morale next. So over here, this should be okay. 1, they don't care.
Yeah,
and that unit there has taken a lot of damage. So here we go. On a roll of a 1, they will pass for glory. I don't want to spend 2 command points. It's too expensive.
Yeah,
I need that
anyway,
CP. That's a 6. Okay, one of them has to flee.
Yep.
I'm sorry I have to say this, but Paul David Grace's debut.
Oh. Coward.
That's it. I couldn't help it with the dice roll.
This is 1s and 2s.
So 1s and 2s is more than 50% casualties. Oh, they've both gone! No!
Blood him.
No, and
Wait for me.
I can't command reroll because it's not allowed. They have been they're gone. So who's this here? Disgrace. Oh dear me. So you got Ray Cross. He's gone, and we have Anthony Leach. I am so sorry, my fellow comrades.
They killed a few poxwalkers.
They killed a few poxwalkers, but then the poxwalkers got
They're
back
going to
again.
become poxwalkers.
Yeah, they will become poxwalkers when they're in close combat if they die and be succumbed by the filth of Nurgle. So that is the end of the turn, and actually the end of the battle round, as we calculate victory points here. So we calculated victory points. There's 0 victory points here for both sides, so it is a stalemate. But things are about to change when it comes to victory points. We go on to a new battle round. It is battle round 2, turn 2 for the forces of Cadia. Regain 2, now back up to 3. And the Deathguard are back up to 3 as well. Beginning of the battle round, I've secured 1 victory point for raising the banner successfully from the command squad. And they can actually move off of that objective as well. And we've secured that objective for the primaries as well. So it's another 5 points for the Astra Militarum. So that brings the score to 6-0 for the forces of Cadia as we go on to the command phase on turn 2. End of the command phase, the Astra Militarum on turn 2. Given the same order from the Commissar, show them steel, show them contempt, proving to be very useful there. Over here, we've done another order actually. We're going to do first rank fire, second rank fire. These guys are not going to move, and they're going to hold fast and hold that objective, and to give them a volley. Many shots as possible. We must wipe out this Poxwalker unit. And then over here, that's it. So those are the 2 orders on the command phase. Going to go straight on to the movement phase for the Astra Militarum on turn 2. End of the movement phase for the Cadians on turn 2. We've healed 2 wounds on the Lehman Russ, back up to 11. It has stood still for purposes of shooting. And over here we've moved slightly over here to get into a good line of sight over to there. We can't drive over this because these are tank traps. This is a new terrain that SSWG have painted. This Cadian shock trooper squad has stood still. I don't want to get into a mess with close quarter fighting there. There's not their strength there. Hold fast over here with the Cadian shock troopers, making the most of the order. And then, would you believe it, they actually advanced 6 inches. So there's 12-inch move here from the Cadian command squad moving into a more safer position over there. So it may seem. And then over here, the Wyvern has moved actually a couple of inches to get into line of sight with the heavy bolter. And then the main weapon actually has line of sight to get over to there. That's the end of the movement phase for the Cadians. No psychic phase, straight onto the shooting phase next. So the Wyvern has got 3d6 plus 6 shots because it's the blast radius. This is against the blue Poxwalkers. Take 2 to try and destroy them. So
it's another 8.
Another 8. Okay, shall I command re-roll that?
You probably want to save it for shooting.
I'm going to save it, yeah. So 8 plus 6 is 14 shots. Heavy bolter is going to go into the same unit as well. So here, so we're hitting on... Actually, what we're going to do... Shall we play ingrained position? No, we're not going to do ingrained position yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to be shooting and hitting on 4s. 6s are really good. There's a lot of 6s. So 6 auto wounds.
Is that a Cadia rule?
It's the Born Soldiers, a regimental doctrine, and another 2 hits as well. Strength 5, so that there is 7 wounds. That's the number of Nurgle, isn't it? It's AP minus 1. So these are Feel No Pain of 6 pluses. And saved 2. So another 5 has been brought down. And whilst he's doing that, I may as well fire the heavy bolter. The on 4s. And that's an auto wound. Strength is not applicable here because it's an auto wound. So another Feel No Pain save on the Poxwalker.
Is that 1 damage?
It's 2 damage.
So 2 6s.
Yeah.
Another guy
Nothing.
dead.
Another guy dead. And then that's the Wyvern done. It's pretty good. And then over here we're going to do the volley fire next. First rank fire, second rank fire here. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to change. I'm going to fire with this unit here.
Okay.
And they're going to shoot at them.
Okay.
In case you take models off from the top there. So we're going to do this infantry squad, Cadian shock trooper squad, against the blue Poxwalkers. I have 8 shots because one of them is actually in rapid fire. So hitting on 4s, 1 auto wound. I get to reroll that because of the. It's actually an additional shot because of the lasgun roll for Cadian shock troopers, and that's 2. That's 2 hits in total, and no wound because it's toughness 4. So 1 save.
Any
no AP minus. No.
Okay, so I'll take that on one of these guys then. So whoever 6 up armor save.
6 plus armor, and that is a 5.
And 6 up, feel no pain.
6 up, feel no pain. No, okay, because they're in cover. So that's that there. And then over here we have a lot of shooting. We've got 2 melter guns in here, hitting on 4s. 1 hit. Strength is 8, so 2s. I failed. And then next up is 17 shots with the las guns. 6s will be giving me extra shots and auto wounding. So those are 6s. I'll just turn that around there.
There's one more in there.
Another one in there. So I'll refund those, and they will miss. These will be regular hits.
Yep.
And it's paid off a little bit. There. 5 to wound. So that there is 7. Number of Nurgle. 7 saves of your cover. So 6 up saves followed by feel no pain. Saved 1 and then feel no pain is 6 plus. So another 5 have been brought down here. It's not going to be enough, is it? These poxwalkers are a pain. What are we going to do? Well, they won't do that stratagem again because they've already used that. Yeah. So we'll just take it as it is. So we keep the model count. Dan is adding the tally for that. But then over here we must neutralise this threat over here. We have ingrained precision. So he's popping the -1 to hit. So that will give me, instead of 6s to auto wound, it'll be 5s and 6s to auto wound. So I'm down to 2 command points.
Yeah, that's 1 off for me.
Yeah, so both on 2 CP. And just the 1 stratagem you're going to do.
Yeah, 1 stratagem, and then I've got -1 to hit from the spell.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to supercharge with the primary weapon. I'm not going to supercharge. Do you know what? I'm going to do the plasma weaponry into them.
Okay.
Because I'm going to make it with 6 shots. And then over here I'm going to do the las cannon into them as well. So we'll do the primary weapon supercharging. So I'm going to call upon a patron here actually. I'm going to call upon Marshal Cummings. He's just been promoted to Colonel of the Army Group. So here we go. 6. So that there is 9 shots.
-1.
-1 because of the stratagems. There's 8 shots on Colonel Cummings. Here we go. This is for the 351st Black Knights.
4s.
So 4s because it's a turret weapon.
Oh, 4's base.
4s. It's 3s to hit with the turret weapon,
okay.
but -1 because of the stratagem. Oh yes! This is really good because 5s will be auto wounding. Oh, strength is 8.
Tough is 7.
2 is a failure. Do I spend a command point
I think
just to
you're
make
going to
it a
blow me
life
up anyway.
misery? So
They're going to be 2 damage each.
2 damage each. It's going to be 10 damage at least.
You're going to blow 1
Yeah,
up.
I'm going to keep that result. I'm going to save my CP. So that there is 6 saves of AP -4, but he does get his 5+ invulnerable save.
Ooh.
So 1 has gone.
So they do 2 damage
They do
each.
2. It normally does 3 damage, but it's -1 for disgustingly resilient.
Yep.
So 1 has gone at least.
I'll just do that then. So 1's going to go.
Does it detonate?
And these don't detonate.
They don't detonate.
Well, hang on,
We'll double check the rules anyway. It doesn't hurt Nurgle, keyword, because they enjoy it. It does blow up, but Nurgle enjoys it. They can afford to have limbs and bits of debris falling off there.
And then it was 2 damage from the other shot. That
2 damage from the other there.
That's
Now the las cannon hitting on 4s. Missed. I didn't use a patronic dice. What if I had used a patronic dice? It would have been a miss. Okay. Right. Next up is we
haven't done all of your blast guns on them.
Well, yes, we haven't done the blast guns. Thank you for reminding me. So I'm going to do the plasma into the poxwalkers, I'm just going to roll the 6 shots because it's D3, because more than 10 models.
Yeah. 3s.
5s actually.
What's
Because of the ingrained position auto wounding. But that's it. 2 wounds.
3s will hit them, though.
So use the stratagem in the shooting phase. When a born soldier unit from your army is selected to shoot until the end of the phase, each time a model in that unit makes a ranged attack. Yes, it's that model in general.
So it's 3s and 4s don't count as hits.
4s will be hits, normal hits, but I rolled 5s and 6s to auto wound.
But you've got a few.
I missed. That's the sponsor weapons.
They haven't got a minus on them though.
Oh, they haven't. Oh,
not
I rolled 3s anyway, so it's missed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so the has the +1 to hit.
Yeah, so 2 ingrained hits there against the Nurgle.
How much damage?
1 damage because I didn't supercharge. So
6 is.
6 is to save, and that's
dead.
it.
They're just
So they're just gone. So splat there. Okay, a little bit of damage there, and they're mindless, so they don't get that white dice for morale.
And then your big gun over there.
And the big gun over here. We're going to make some key decisions here. Right, I'm going to be firing Daniel Baker's Lehman Russ, las cannon, and battle cannon into that abominable.
So the battle
structure.
cannon has +1 to hit on it.
It's +1 to hit because there's a turret weapon.
Okay, so you've got a -1 from that.
-1.
And you've got a -1 because you're shooting through
Yeah.
that.
So the max capped off is -1
Yeah.
in 10th edition. I'm saying 10th edition already.
Yeah.
In 9th edition. So yeah, just the -1 to hit there. I will call upon another Patreon for their support at this critical moment. I'm going to call upon Marcus Fraze, a Bronze Star member of the Army Group. So this is D6 plus 3 shots.
-1.
-1 because of the stratagem. So that's going to be 2. It's going to be 5 shots. So we've been discussing off camera. It's actually the turret weapon is going to be hitting on 5s because it's -1 to hit through dense terrain, -1 for the Deathguard, for the stratagem. Turret weapon is +1 to hit.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a max of -1. So 5s is going to be hits.
Yeah. If it had a natural 3 to hit on the turret, then it's 4. But...
Here we go. Oh,
save
hey,
him,
imagine
save
if that
him.
happened.
Absolutely save.
1 hit. So, you lucky boy. Strength is 8. Toughness 7.
Freeze.
That's a wound. That's AP -2.
5 up.
5 up in Van. Oh, he makes it as well. And what would the wounds have been? Oh, it would have been terrible. And another, so you would have rolled another save as well.
Got your last.
I do have a las cannon, so that's going to be hitting on 5s.
5s as well.
5s as well. And that's going to be a miss. Sadly, no damage whatsoever from this battle tank. Oh dear.
He's shooting through a forest.
A forest, pretty much. It's realistic. Can't complain. And it's just a smell, stench of Nurgle present here. Charges to declare. There are no charges. So we're going to calculate morale. So we've done that there.
Yeah,
that's from the last turn.
I don't run.
And you don't run because you're mindless. So we'll calculate secondary victory points next. Calculated victory points. We've secured another 2 victory points for secondaries. No primaries at the moment. So that's calculated in the next battle round. So it is 8 points to 0 for the Astra Militarum. But we're going to go on to a new turn for the Nurgle. Okay. So it is turn 2.
Yep. Battle
round 2 for the Deathguard. Battle round. Back up to 3. Back up to 3 for the victory points have been secured for the Deathguard. So they are now in the lead. 4, 8 and 12 for securing 3 objective points there. So it's very, very good news for the Deathguard. So that is the end of the command. Anything on the command phase for you? No?
Not going to do my dead yet because you've only killed 2.
So, okay. So, end of the command phase. Going to go straight on to the movement phase. Coming up right up on turn 2, battle round 2 for the Deathguard. End of the movement phase for the Deathguard on turn 2. Daniel, what have you done, good sir?
Everything moved forward. The last Blight Hauler come over here into the objective. Poxwalker's moved up forward.
Yep.
Caster moves up behind them. Deep Strike in. Death Shroud next to them.
Yeah.
The Plain Marines moved up 5 so they can carry on shooting.
Yeah.
Caster moved up as well behind the Poxwalkers. I think
Yeah.
they should be just about close enough to take that objective.
Yeah.
And the last Death Shroud popped up over here, 9 inches from these guys.
Okay.
So they can try to make a charge.
So that's it then for the Force of the Deathguard and movement phase. Next up is the Psychic phase on turn 2 for the Deathguard. So he's casting a Psychic power. What's this Psychic power?
This is the -1 to hit aura. I'm going to cast it onto the Death Shroud, so it's 6 to go off.
That goes off on an 8. It's going to get +1 strength, +1 toughness.
Goes off on a 7. So
that
that's
is the number
okay.
of Nurgle. So the card.
So they're fully buffed.
They're fully buffed.
Roughed.
Into that.
Okay, so this psychic over here is going to do Curse of the Leper on these guys. So it goes off on a 7. Goes off on a 10, so it's 7 dice.
There's nothing I can do.
4 ups. So you lose 4 guys.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start taking a psycho.
I know.
You can have them.
They're
not heretics.
It is the fall of
They're
Cadia.
not heretics.
It has been toned down now with the new Smite rules coming for 10th edition, which is a good sign really, because they just melt, don't they, literally.
Here's a smite, another smite.
Oh no, walk charge
smite.
6. That's a 9 as well. This is against which unit?
The closest one. That's
Closest unit. Okay, D3.
For one.
Okay, another one's gone. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to take off. Mr. Egg Sauce. He's gone. He's been smitten.
Okay, let's start shooting them.
So that's the end of the Psychic phase. Very, very successful Psychic phase.
Yeah.
As we go on to Deathguard turn 2.
We'll
Shooting
start.
phase.
We'll start over here.
Yep.
Black Hauler, so multi-melters onto the big guy over there.
I am going to do ablative plating for 2 command points. So it's -1 damage. 2 command points, very expensive.
Hitting on freeze.
Hitting on freeze.
Both, oh that's cocked.
I'm not going to play smoke because I need the stratagems.
Both hit.
Strength
8.
is 8.
Toughness 8.
Toughness 8.
Pause. Failed. 1 goes through,
One
1.
goes through. We do have a
-4.
-4. We do have a 6+ armor save. I'm going to call upon. I'm going to call upon CJ Velasco, a Bronze Star member of the Army Group. Come on, 6+. No.
So you're within.
Sorry, comrade, I'll let you down.
You're in half range, so it's going to be
D6 plus 2, but we're going to be D6 plus 1. Oh, 7 damage! So I'm down to 4 wounds remaining. Ah, you killer.
Missile launcher hitting on
Missile
freeze.
launcher, hit on a 3. And that is a 4.
Wounds in on 4s.
Doesn't wound. Do you want to spend a CP to re-roll?
No, I'm going to save
He's
it.
going to save
You're
it.
bracketed, yeah.
I am bracketed, yes.
Okay, so it's going to shoot its bile spurt.
Oh.
Assault D3.
Yeah.
So D3 shots.
D3 shots, 1 shot.
Hits on a 3
Hits
then,
on
I
a
guess.
3, yeah. I didn't activate smoke.
2 miss.
2 is a miss.
That's all of its shooting.
All of it's shooting.
We're going to shoot the
Let's just checking now.
Death Shrouds next, who have a 12-inch range with their shots. D6 pistol.
D6 pistol shots.
So they're going to shoot at the guys over here.
It's here with 4 of them each. So, yes, there's 4 D6 shots. Ah,
And 16 shots.
16 shots. Is there any less than 3? Because it's minimum 3, isn't it? Because it's 10 models.
It's not blast.
It's not a blast. It's just literally the amount of shots.
Yep.
Okay. Also hit as well. Let's just murder. Okay.
4s.
Force to wound.
We're rolling 1s.
We're rolling 1s because it's a plague weapon. There is
Quite a
one
few.
there. Quite a few 1s. Okay. How many saves is that? Oh.
You've got 8 saves dash.
8 saves dash. Here we go. We are.
You get +1.
You get +1 to cover.
Oh.
Oh, that's a very good roll, actually. I've saved 6
very,
of them.
very good roll.
So I'm going to take 2 anonymous guardsmen off here. Okay. So I'm going to do that there.
Can't shoot these ones because I've hidden them behind the wall so that they couldn't get shot themselves.
Okay.
So they can't shoot. I'm going to shoot these guys over to your guys on the cover over here.
I'm going to... Oh.
Shoot up 2 plasmas, a light launcher, 2 bolt guns.
I'm going to have to do Cadia stands here. I'm not going to spend the CP for Cadia stands. I think they're going to fall.
Freeze to hit.
Okay. 3 hits. Strength of the weapon?
Strat 7s. 2's to wound.
2's to wound.
Plasma. 2 go through.
2 go through.
AP minus 3, is it plasma?
Yeah, they'll go through. Kill Ryan Woolley, I'm sorry comrade, and Cadian Sergeant Steel.
2 blight launchers.
2 blight launchers.
Both hit.
Both hit. Strength 6. 2s. Both wounded. AP minus 1.
AP minus, I think it was 2. Let's double check.
So 6, yeah, it's AP minus 2, wasn't it?
Yep.
6 to save. Let's get another box cars like the previous time. No, they're gone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. So that's Devin Matthews, and you actually score a victory point because you blew away a unit off of the objective.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, an anonymous guardsman.
The special rule.
Yeah, so you do add a victory point there.
Plus
so
1.
plus 1 victory point. So well done to the Deathguard. Everything's done. Charges to declare.
We'll do the tank open my black wall over there to try and get into your tank.
I will overwatch with this tank, spending my last command point.
Okay.
So here we go.
Do I roll to see if I get in first of all?
Yeah, see what you get. That is a 7.
I don't think that's enough.
I don't think it's going to be enough. You do need an... yeah.
It's not enough.
Not going to be enough. Okay, right.
You can shoot me.
Here we go. Let's just see if we can blow this thing up. So we have Winston Adkins, a gold star member of the Army Group.
Okay.
So he's also a YouTube veteran member as well as a legendary member. So he is a lieutenant general of the Army Group as well. He's a very experienced commander.
So he definitely should do well.
Yes. So here we go. So I'm going to supercharge with the plasma. And it's D6 plus 3 shots. Only 1.
4 shots.
1.
Hitting on 6s now.
4 shots. I'm sorry, Winston. That's missed. Las cannon. Missed. And Sponsons. D3 shots. Not supercharging the plasma. Only 3 shots. No 6s. Ugh, waste of CP. Next. Yeah.
The Terminator's next to needed a 9.
There. And that's a 4.
Do I CP reroll that one? Because that's the one I want to get into. Yeah, I'll CP reroll that.
I'm going to do a CP reroll.
Because if I can get that in, I can blow that up.
Oh, the box cars! Oh, no. They're in on a roll of a 12. 9 with this other unit.
6.
That's a 6. No, they won't make it there. But there is a close combat action over here.
And I'll put the +1 strength on him as well, which
And
is
+1 strength as well. And putrescent vitality. Here we go. Wrapped round, and the Tech Marine is in close combat, but he won't be able to hit the Tech Marine because it didn't declare a charge against him. But the Tech Marine can hit the Terminator back with its Omniscion axe. Right, spending 1 CP.
+1 to hit.
+1 to hit as well. Hitting on 2s, I'm presuming.
On 2s.
Okay,
Correct.
here we go.
Hitting on 2s.
Just how many attacks are this?
4 + 4 + 5.
Yeah, 4 + 4 + 5.
Oh.
So you got a few ones.
Yeah, that's
Is
way
it a
too
plague
many
weapon?
ones.
It's only to wound, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've just realised, tactical error, I have not brought on the Sentinels, but would they make a difference? I'm not entirely sure. Maybe if we destroyed the Poxwalkers over there,
They can come in
they can
at
come
the
in
back, take
at
the
the back,
objective.
take the objective. So they have their uses.
Where they can come on, I'm
So
not sure.
it's maybe not a tactical error.
Wounded on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Okay. AP minus?
AP minus...
AP minus
3.
3. So how many saves is that? That's 6 saves. Of... I'm going to call upon Andreas Struer. He's another gold star member of the army group.
Saving on 5s.
So saving on 5s. I save 2.
So
8 damage.
2 damage each.
And it's gone.
Oh, that was just enough, wasn't it?
Yes, but do I explode?
No, I hope not.
It does not explode. And sadly, I can't shoot with the Vengeful Salute stratagem because I've run out of command points. So, farewell to this Leman Russ. This Leman Russ is commanded by Henrik Pearson. Thank you, comrade, for your support. The Tech Marine will get to fight.
Okay.
So we're going to check the amount of attacks he has. Okay. He's hitting on a 5+ because it's -1 putrescent vitality. It's ridiculous. Oh, we got our boxcars! Come on.
Toughness is 6. Though.
Toughness is 6. The Ominous Sign Axe, I'll double check. 5's to wound. We got a wound. It's AP -2 actually. What armor save? I saved as well. So the Ominous Sign Axe didn't do any damage. I could have used the servo arm, but it's -1 to hit, and it would have been strength 8, 2 damage, but it's -1 damage. So
yeah, it's still the same.
It's ridiculous. So no damage whatsoever. Phase, yes, we do have casualties. 4, 6, they're okay because of the Commissar's leadership. They don't care, and that is it for morale. So victory points have been awarded. Yes, the Deathguard destroyed a unit there, so they get a victory point.
I'm engaged in 3/4.
And engaged in 3/4 as well. So there's a few extra victory points there. So you secured a victory point there for destroying a unit.
Yep.
That was on an objective. You have
Bring it down.
Bring it down because you destroyed the Leman Russ. And
engage in all
fronts. 1, 2, 3. You've done very well indeed for that. So how many points is that?
Oh no, I haven't because I have no ones at the home.
Oh, no one's there. They've abandoned their post.
I'll wipe that off.
So you've got to wipe that off. So there's a few victory points minused there.
Someone's going to have to run backwards.
Yeah. So how many victory points is that for you now, Mr.
12,
Underdown?
13, 16.
16 points. And the Astra Militarum have got
8.
8. Okay. So would you believe it? We're not going to score any victory points in the next battle round for primaries.
You still own that, even though it's not.
Oh, we still own that. Yes, you've got to reoccupy that to grab that. So okay. So that is the end of the battle round. We're going to go on to a new battle round. It's battle round 3, turn 3 for the forces of Cadia. So we gain a command point, and the Deathguard are back up to 2. End of the movement phase, the Astra Militarum, on turn 3.
Correct.
So the Tech Priest Engineer has fallen back. Nothing to repair actually, because that's not damaged, hasn't been shot at all. But in revenge, the battle cannon and las cannon and the sponsor multi-melters will shoot and destroy and obliterate any disgusting foe like those freaks there. These have pressed forward. The 2 melter guns are actually in range against the Blight Hauler and may do some las gun shots against the Poxwalkers. The Wyvern has turned, pivoted around and moved 12 inches, and it's going to use some supporting fire. The Sentinels are going to do some supporting fire as well. The command squad has pressed forward. So these guys are actually taking cover whilst the command squad press forward to seek glory for the Emperor. So that is the end of the movement phase. No psychic phase, straight onto the shooting phase on turn 3 for the Astra Militarum. Las gun shots are going to shoot into the Poxwalkers. The 2 melter guns are going to shoot into the... I keep forgetting that name. What is it?
Blight Hauler.
Blight Hauler. So, las guns. Here we go. Hitting on 3s because they take aim. 6s are auto wounding, and they're sharpshooters. That's a miss. So those are regular hits. 5s to wound. Whoa, not too bad. 4 saves of no colour.
I will take it on some of the ones who are in the terrain. So
are you going to do it in the terrain?
6s.
Okay. 6s? No.
6s.
And 6s again. So one has survived. It's good shooting there, not too bad. We'll probably fix bayonets and charge. But we can't do fixed bayonets because that's actually technically an order. Because they've got 7+ save. Next up we have the 2 melter guns. So this is Matthew Tucker hitting on a 3. That's an auto wound, praise the Emperor. And then we have Patrick Darling. That's a 3, it's a hit. Ooh. And that's a 3, strength 8, toughness 7. That's 2 wounds at AP minus 5.
5 ups.
Nope. That's 2d6 damage.
Nice one.
So this is Patrick Darling.
You've got CP left. Why don't you roll the other one and then...
I got to do it because I've got to blow up vehicles. Why not?
I've got to blow you.
Come on. Do not roll a 1 and a 2. Well, just roll high. Do you know what? Come on, Daniel. Daniel Baker, the Bronze Star member. Come on.
You got another damage shot there as well.
I know, but it's a 1 again.
I know, you need to get... Oh, you can't blow it up.
I can't blow it up.
Can't blow it up. Even if you're on a 6. Someone. This is why Cadia fell.
Oh no! It's only 2 damage in total from the melters. Do you not get plus?
Oh no, you don't.
I don't. I'm not within armor bane. See, down to 5 wounds remaining. Oh, this, dear me, it's going horribly wrong.
This is why Cadia fell.
Oh, stop rubbing it now! Stop it!
Right.
Oh. Next up we have. Right, that's it. Battle tank coming in hot against these Blight Hall Terminators. Death Shroud Terminators. Right, here we go. Vengeance. Oh. Turret weapon. D6 plus 3 shots. Okay, good. That's 8 shots.
Oh.
8 shots. And the las cannon and multi-melters are going to go into them as well. I've got to destroy them. So hitting on 4s because the psychic power.
One.
Right.
Ooh.
That is 4 auto wounds.
Ouch.
And 2 more hits. And that there is another 2 wounds, bringing it to the total of 6 wounds
6.
at AP minus 2. 4 up armor saves. Or invuln saves.
Am I on the terrain?
Not wholly on the terrain, unfortunately.
So it's just -2, yeah?
Just -2.
4 ups then.
4 ups.
Ooh.
That's 2 damage at times, -1 damage.
So I'll lose 1 and the guy's on a half. Because they've got 3 wounds each.
Yes.
So 2, that finishes a guy, and then that's another 2. Let's do that then. So I take off the back guy for me, please.
This one here's been removed.
Yep, and then we'll do, one of them's got 1 wound.
Okay, las cannon. 4 is a miss.
Yeah, because it's a spot. It's your...
Now the sponsor multi-melters.
These are hitting on 5s, aren't they?
Oh,
God.
2 auto wounds. And another wound. This is AP minus 4. And it's going to be +2 damage as well because we're in 12.
Ouch. Okay, so...
I'll double check that. Just the tip. Yep.
So 3 saves, yeah?
Las cannon tip there with armor banes past the vehicle.
Oh.
That there is going to be.
So
it's going to be.
Even if I re-rolled 1.
D6 plus 2, but D6 plus 1.
Okay.
Kills 1.
Yep.
And second one.
Need to roll really.
Oh yes, killed them. They're gone. But you do have disgust news in it, and the other one is just 1 damage.
You've done loads.
Oh, there's no fire signal damage or anything like that. It's all gone.
It's -1 damage.
-1 damage.
You've killed them with those 2.
They're gone. Okay, who was that? Daniel Baker.
Oh, he rolled hot there.
He rolled hot there. Well done for killing those Terminators.
They blew up a tank,
So yeah, they killed a tank. In exchange, those Blight Hall Terminators have been destroyed. A crucial role here: Sentinels coming on reserve into the Poxwalkers.
4s.
2 auto wounds.
And they hit on 4s today?
They hit on 4s, yeah. There's no orders been given to them.
Winning on 3s?
Winning on 3s. Strength 6. That's 5 saves of 6 pluses.
Save 1,
Typical,
4 die.
typical. You get to that 1. They're mindless as well, so they ignore morale. Oh, if you take them off there, I'll secure a victory point.
Oh, well, because I won't be.
Yeah,
I won't
but
be
you'll
owning
lose
it,
your
will I?
screen.
I'm within 3 of them.
Oh, you're in 3 anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
I made sure.
So, right.
Yeah. We should still be in 3 because there's more. Yeah.
He is within 3.
But you still got these guys.
Yeah, so I'm going to do the command party
Yeah.
to get some victory points here. The melter gun is going to shoot. Looks like is your character exposed?
You can't shoot him because of the. You'd have to kill 4 of the. Sorry, you'd have to kill.
Oh, because there's a shroud thing.
Yeah, because as long as you're within 3, you get lookout save.
Okay, so what I'm going to do then is
You need to kill 3.
I'm going to have to do the melter gun.
Makes sense.
I want to make sure that this is so hard.
You can't shoot a melter gun at the Poxwalker.
Right.
All the last guns are him, and then all the heavy stuff.
Plasma pistol from the commander.
You got declarable.
I know. Plasma. I'm going to do the plasma.
Why don't you shoot this first? It hasn't shot, has it?
It hasn't shot yet, but I want to save that because I want to try and get some artillery
Yeah,
support over there. I'll tell you what, actually, I'm going to do the heavy bolter, fire it into him, and then the storm shard mortars, I'm going to shoot into there.
Yeah.
Right, heavy bolter, come on. Guardsman.
Oh yeah, because they shot their thingies.
Yeah, so the guardsman in the tank, hitting on 4s. Okay, 2 hits. Strength is 5, your toughness 4, 3's to wound. No, come on! What do I have to do? I don't believe it! Next up, Storm Shard Mortar. So it's 6 plus 3d6 shots.
Who's this shooting at?
This is shooting into the other Poxwalker unit.
Yeah, lots. Oh.
Okay, so that's 11 plus 6 is 17 shots. Here we go. Hitting on 4s. That's a 6, so that's an auto wound. The Storm Shard Mortars are a little letdown this game. It's just terrible at shooting. That's 2 wounds though, strength 5. So that's 6 saves of AP -1.
Just 6 up, feel no pains. Save 1.
So
save 5.
yeah, they're destroyed, but they'll just bring them back on again.
Okay.
And next up is the command party. I'm going to make some deep
You need to kill
decisions.
him now.
Yeah, I need to actually just make sure he dies.
I feel a bit like maybe you should shoot the middle rating as well.
Right, that's it. I'm going to do the commander first. Everything into him. That single Poxwalker. Hitting on a 3, not supercharging. Missed with the plasma pistol. Las pistol from the banner. 6 to hit, and that's an auto wound.
6 up.
6 up. No, I don't believe he's on a 6! No!
Papa!
Right.
Still got 2 last guns.
2 las guns.
Rapid fire? You...
Rapid fire. Within 4. Okay, 1 auto hit. Sorry, 1 auto wound.
Do you not get an extra plus dice to roll when you get 6 with those guns?
No, unfortunately, that's for shock troopers. Okay, 2 wounds. Okay, he's gone.
6, look.
Yeah, 6 with 2 dies. Okay, we score a victory point at least. So we destroyed a unit that was successfully on the objective. And that's the shooting done. Charges to declare.
Is it worth
Is it worth the charge?
You'll get a CP that you could overwatch. I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in the unit. Could you do 10 wounds in combat?
I don't think so, statistically.
And then I'll whack you back and I'll make a few guys back.
Probably. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it?
You'll end up doing a couple and then probably losing equal, and then I'll replenish.
Okay, let's do a what if.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have 8 guardsmen plus the sergeant, and that's it. 10 attacks because you've got chainsword as well in this sergeant. Hitting on 4s.
Yeah.
Commissar can't charge. Yeah, it's not going to do it. 5s to wound. 2 wounds.
You'd kill 2.
And then 2 saves.
Which I'd fail, so I'd lose 2.
You
I'd
lose
keep
2.
You back with about 20 attacks.
20 attacks. Yeah, it's not going to happen. And he's going to spend a stratagem to regain them back again. Yeah, it's just bragging it now. So that is it. There is no other charges. So we're going to calculate victory points for secondaries.
Okay.
To include this turn. Morale. Poxwalkers are mindless. They don't care. And let's calculate victory points at the end of the turn for the Astra Militarum. So we've done thin their ranks. We're gaining another 2 victory points. And we've secured that victory point over there for destroying a unit that was on the objective.
Yep.
So the score now is 16 points to the Astra Militarum, to the Deathguard's 19 points. So that is the end. That's with a turn in hand for the Deathguard as well. So that is the end of the turn for the Astra Militarum. So we go on to a new turn for the Deathguard on their turn 3. You regain for the Astra Militarum, and CP's regained for free.
I'm going to make some guys come back alive.
Oh, here we go.
So
So
7
freeze
dice.
to save. 7 dice.
Yeah, 3 ups give me guys. So that's 6.
Exactly the same result as last time. Oh dear me, the Poxwalkers have regenerated more Poxwalkers. 6 more have arrived. That's the end of the command phase for the Deathguard. Going straight on to the movement phase now on turn 3 for the Deathguard. The Deathguard have secured another 15 victory points for primaries as they secure 3 victory points there. Could have been even more because for the objective that was there, but we have destroyed that unit that was on that objective successfully. But the Deathguard are on the move now. Movement phase at the end of turn 3.
Yep.
It looks as though it's pretty simple. They press forward their advance relentlessly.
Move back.
However,
because we forgot we had to keep
the Deathguard Space Marines have fallen back to get
back in that.
It's for tactical purposes. So what was that for again?
Engaging all fronts.
Engaging all fronts to gain those extra victory points. So that's the end of the movement phase. Next up is the psychic phase on turn 3 for the Deathguard. So here we go.
Curse of the Leper.
Curse of the Leper.
7 up. Fails. I'm going to CP reroll
It's
that.
a CP reroll. Yeah. That's a peril.
D3 mortal.
D3 mortal wounds.
3.
3 mortal wounds. Oh dear.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Dear, oh dear,
Okay,
oh dear.
and then smite with the last one.
Smite with the last one. Please get a double one.
Double 1.
I don't believe it. Really?
Yep.
You rolled a double one.
Double 1.
That's a
D3.
double peril.
For 1, that was lucky. 'Cause I almost
You almost killed yourself.
Yeah, almost.
Wow, that was weird.
If I'd
Some
rolled,
weird
if I'd rolled a
stuff
5 or a 6, that
You'd have
would have
rolled-
just killed him.
Just killed him outright. Oh dear, that was
He should have killed
shocking.
the whole squad then.
Yeah.
Well, James, now you can stop moaning about
But
what
I tell you what, if you were in 3 inches of that objective, you would have killed yourself and would scored a victory point as well.
True.
Oh, that's excellent.
Right, this guy over here.
Okay.
+1 to hit, -1 to hit onto that
Yes.
thing there in front of him.
That goes off on a 6.
Goes off.
That goes off.
Now, because I'm close to you, I actually do some mortal wounds to your squad.
Oh no.
So I think I do
Here we
D3
go.
mortal wounds.
Another psychic power has been cast. What's this, Daniel?
This is the ability that this model has from being the Wretched. So when he manifests a psychic power, the closest unit within 12 will suffer D3 if I get 7 or more, which I didn't, or 1 mortal wound if I got 6. So these guys are just going to take 1 mortal wound.
Okay. A mortal wound.
Yeah, a mortal wound.
Just like that.
Just like that. Just because I'm close to you.
Oh, just like that. A mortal wound.
Yep.
I don't have to roll it. Oh,
You're going to take some more in a minute.
Ah.
I'll try and smite you.
Ah. Dirty Nurgle.
So, smite.
Smite.
Need a 6.
On a 6. That's a
Goes
7.
off on
The
a
number
7.
of Nurgle as well.
And this will do a smite for D3 for 1. And then an additional D3 from my ability. So that's another 3. So
what ability? Where did that come from?
from the ability that I just said.
The ability that you just said.
The torrent of putrefaction.
Ah,
Every time I manifest a psychic power over 7. So that's 4 more.
Bragger!
4 mortal wounds.
4 mortal wounds on top.
That's alright.
That's ridiculous. So morale is 5. Now I've got to pick.
They're going to die anyway to poxwalkers.
Oh.
What would you rather do? Let the poxwalkers turn you into poxwalkers, or just die?
We'll just
die
have
naturally.
to die. Patrick Darling.
Bye bye, darling.
Tyler Grizzle. I'm so sorry, comrades. Matthew Reck.
I can't believe that this guy really
Jonathan Reyes.
abilities. Because that's.
And I'm going to have to lose.
Gone.
I'm going to have to lose Matthew Reck because of coherency purposes.
Oh. So is that. Oh, there's. Oh, 3 lot guys left. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry, comrades.
Psychic phase over.
Psychic phase over, thankfully.
Shooting phase.
Shooting phase next. May as well power through.
Okay. We'll do the tank onto this tank.
Okay.
So 2 shots with the multi-melter.
Multi-melter.
Both hit.
Both hit.
Toughness 7, right?
It's toughness 7.
So freeze. Oh, 2 wounds.
Oh, AP minus 4.
For a multi-melter.
Bypasses through the armour.
6 damage.
9 wounds. It's down to 2 wounds remaining. Just like that.
Cracked missile launcher.
Cracked missile launcher. Hits.
Wounds. AP minus 2.
Unbelievable. I've got no patrons left. I saved! The armour holds! Winston Adkins' wyvern holds. Ah.
What's the range of a bolt pistol?
12 inches.
No. Bolt pistol on these guys here.
Okay.
Freeze.
Freeze. Hits. Doesn't wound.
It actually does.
Oh, because you're +1.
And you're -1 toughness at the moment.
Toughness 2. Yes, you do wound. Strength 4.
No, strength 4.
So AP minus? No.
AP.
5 up armour. No. I do have a feel no pain because of the medic.
Medic!
The medic is Chris Comiskey and he's failed to heal the model, and I'm going to have to take it on the anonymous Master Vox, sadly.
Okay, these guys then over at the back, they're going to shoot into the command squads. So
here we go.
Plasmas.
Do you know what I'm going to do? I don't care. Cadia stands.
Hitting on 3s. Hitting on 4s because of your magic abilities. Oh, it's 2 go through.
Stop it!
AP minus 3 for plasma.
AP minus 3. Bypasses through the armour. Damage. Just 1 damage. So 5 up, feel no pain. And there's a 5.
Survivor.
Well done, Surgeon Comiskey. And kills another one.
Okay, and then
so I'm going to take off the regimental banner.
Launcher.
And that was Marcus Fraze. Sorry, comrade.
1 hit for my blight launcher.
Yeah.
That wounds as well because you're getting the minus.
Yeah.
AP minus 2.
So AP minus 2 goes through the armour. How many wounds is that in total?
2 damage.
2 damage. Oh,
feel no pains
okay, 2 feel no pains. You have to put it on the melter gun. No.
He's gone.
And who was that? That was Donald Hammer.
Bolt guns, 3s.
3s.
And 2s again.
No, and it's forced to wound.
Oh yeah, 5.
Okay, this stands. Okay, how many saves is that? Is it 5 up armour and then 5 up feel no pain?
I shouldn't have got one of the last ones then because one of them was 2. I divided 2 to wound. So put a guy back on.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about your fake.
Yes, I'm going to put the melter gun. So Donald Hammer has been resurrected.
And now you got 2 saves with AP dash.
Okay, 5 up. Save 1. Medic. No! So Donald Hammer, he's dead again. I'm sorry, Donald.
Can't change the past.
Can't change the past.
Okay, so now we've got the flamers over here onto these guys. So 4 shots, D6 pistol shots. 9. 14, 17
17
shots.
dice coming soon. Are also hitting, so 17 dice.
I think you're out of my range for my auras. So strength is 3.
Toughness 7.
Ooh.
Armoured Sentinel.
6s. One's a reroll because of plate weapons.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a few 6s. No more. 1, 2, 3. 3 saves.
Now,
AP
Armoured
dash.
Sentinels normally have a 3+ armour save, but damage 1 weapons, I have the Armoured Cockpit special rule, so it against a 2-up armour save.
That's lucky for you.
That still goes through the armour! So it's down to 6 wounds remaining on one of those Sentinels. Okay, straight onto the charge phase. Here we go. Are you going to spend a CP?
I am.
Okay, he's going to spend a CP. 7. You...
Not in.
He's not quite in. No. Failed.
Failed.
I got no CP, so
This guy's
Overwatch
charging.
anything. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. 3. Failed. They're not charging.
Poxwalkers are charging.
Poxwalkers into them. They're in.
They're in.
They're in close contact.
I won't charge with anything else.
Okay. And the Poxwalker, oh dear, what a life for those poor shock troopers. 24 attacks. How many attacks are you going to do into the Commissar? 'Cause
6
he heroically intervened.
6 into the Commissar.
Yeah. He's no coward. This is Commissar Costello.
Hitting on 4s.
Is he on 4s? Okay. 4 hits.
Strength 3, but your toughness
It's 2.
is 2.
3s.
So 3's the wound. 3
3
saves. AP dash.
3 saves, AP dash. We do have a 5+ refractor field invulnerable save. Save. Oh, it's teetering on 2 saves. So it's half slain here. The remaining attacks into the shock troopers.
Oh, it's not great.
Freeze to wound because of that's just the rottenness of Nurgle.
6 saves.
6 saves. If I fail these, they become Poxwalkers.
Yep.
Oh, heroic! 2 die, but heroically 2 armor saves there.
You saved 4, but you only actually got 2 guys left.
Yeah, I'm going to keep the sergeant alive. Oh, you killed them.
Yeah,
You've wiped them out. So replace those with Poxwalkers.
Yep.
Sergeant Peter Nestro, welcome to Nurgle. Join the Nurgle army on www.deathguard.com. Yeah. Filth. And unfortunately, home Nathan has been removed as a casualty, sadly. And that is the end of the turn. And victory points for secondaries next. Right, that is the end of the turn. So you calculated extra victory points for the Death Guard. Engaging all fronts they've got.
Yep.
And I think that's it, is it?
Yeah, so I have got 31 on my primary.
Yeah.
Because of the extra bonus one. 3 points from Bring It Down.
Yeah.
And 2 points from Engaging All Fronts, putting me at 36 points at the end of turn 3.
Okay, so 36 points, and the Astra Militarum have scored.
You've got 11, 13, plus 4, 17.
17 points.
You get another 5 at the start of the next. And I'm going to keep getting 15.
You keep getting 15, 15, and all the time. Because I haven't secured those objectives. So, we're not going to do another battle round. The Guardsmen are just going to concede. They just melted away. They're going to flee the scene. The Commissar will remain fighting. Who knows what will happen to him? Probably the fate. He'll turn into a little Poxwalker.
Tune in next time.
Tune in next time. Oh, just the relentless war of the fall of Cadia. But it's what happened. Brave soldiers have died in the service and the glory of the Emperor.
One of them wasn't brave. Who was that guy who ran away? That's one of your patrons.
One of my patrons. So, units of the game. Just quickly summarise this. So, the Death Guard have secured victory in this sector. Again, they're pressing forward to just wipe out the remnants, or what's left of the evacuation force.
You killed a lot.
The Vanguard.
You killed a lot of Poxwalkers.
I did kill a lot of Poxwalkers. The problem is you resurrected a lot of Poxwalkers,
really well.
and you rolled really well for that. The other thing as well is I failed to bring down this unit here.
Yeah, early.
And that was key, and it was still alive. So unfortunately, that was
if
not
you'd done as good a shooting as you did when you wiped out the 3 Terminators all in one turn with 1 tank.
Yeah, exactly. So units of the game I'm going to pick are... I think this Lehman Russ has done very well.
He did the most damage.
I think he did the most damage. The two Lehman Russes did well. But Daniel Baker's Lehman Russ did the most damage because they destroyed those Terminators. There was a tactical error on my part. I should have brought the Sentinels on earlier. So next time I'm just going to keep them on for the purposes of making the most of firepower. That was negated. And units of the game for the Deathguard.
I think making that charge over there
That was big,
with those Death Shrouds was pretty clutch.
That was pretty good.
Those Blight Haulers lasted a long time, but Poxwalkers are always good. They always just taking shots.
Take a lot of damage. They're mindless. They ignore morale. They're relentless.
You just had to keep 20 wounds in them, and then got 6 backs. You had to put 26 wounds in to kill that unit.
Yeah.
That cost 100 points.
And your psychic powers were brutal.
Psychic powers were very good.
I'm glad that Games Workshop have finally listened to my call in regards to toning down the psychic phase. Well, there's no psychic phase anymore. It's within the profile of the data sheets that are coming up there. So, congratulations to the Deathguard. They have won another game. Thank you, Mr. Underdown, for bringing in your Deathguard army. So you have, I think it's 3 armies you have 40k?
I've got 4 armies.
You've got 4 armies. Yeah. So you've got Deathguard, you've got your Eldar, you've got your Raven Guard Primaries.
I've got Black Legion.
You have got Black Legion.
I've not played them in this last edition, though.
Oh, okay. So we have to do a Black Legion game.
Well, the new edition will be out by then.
And the new edition will be out as well. And for me, I've got Cadians and Ultramarines. It's pretty simple with that if it comes to lists and collections of armies. So there you go. So thank you very much for watching. For all those who have watched the entire battle report, if you've watched the entire battle report and have enjoyed this content, please hit that like button, subscribe and share this video with all of your buddies. Hit the bell icon so you'll be notified, and leave a comment. What was your glorious moment in the army group and in the Cadian or Astra Militarum glory days? I'd love to hear a bit of your glory. What was your most glorious moment when fighting against the enemies of the Imperium? And vice versa, if you're Chaos, you can say your glorious moments as well.
Every moment is glorious.
Every moment is glorious. So those are for free viewers. Free viewers, thank you so much for your support by simply watching my content for free. But if you want to support me further, a little bit higher, if you can financially support the channel, would be greatly appreciated. You can unlock extra perks, you get shout outs, and you get promoted in amongst the army group. And you can also have early access 1 week in advance when watching these battle reports with 0 ads. I like it when there's 0 ads. It helps support the channel if you become a veteran member on the channel, on YouTube channel, as well as Patreon as well. So if you want to support me further or go up to the higher rankings of the army group, head over to patreon.com/the 18th Cadian Army Group. All the info and links are in the video description below and the iCard above as well. So there you go. Thank you to all my sponsors, Siege Studios, Gammat.eu, Longbow BB, and the Outpost. And do check out the Outpost if you want 20% off or even higher, and to support the channel a little bit further. Head over to the Outpost Gaming affiliate link. Again, the iCard is on the top right hand screen or in the video description below. By purchasing items from the website, from the Outpost, supports the channel as well. So there you go. That is the conclusion of another battle report. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, happy wargaming.